Right, good morning, Stinky fans. It's Rick and Maria here again. Well, it's unbelievable. We have another day off, which is as rare as hen's teeth. So we decided to take the opportunity and go to Matlock. Quite a nice day this morning. And guess what? I didn't have much trouble getting on the bike this morning. Rick wasn't supposed to have the day off today, but he had to go to the hospital yesterday to see his consultant. So, because of all the messing about with trying to get days off for blood tests and stuff, the doctor that he seen yesterday, she was brilliant. And she's now put him on another course of medication, which is not as good as the one that he was on, but it saves all this messing about with blood tests and stuff. So Stinky won't be seeing Vampire anymore, his little Welsh nurse. But hey, he won't have to be taking time off to go and have the blood tests, as he hates needles. It's lovely and cool out today, and we're just heading up to Kirkby Mallory, which is a very expensive posh place. You know the type, horse riding in down the street on a Sunday morning. One pub in the place. Houses are worth £1 million. But hey ho, at least we're able to drive through it. The peasants. Well, Stinky has all his new gear on today, his new helmet and his new jacket that I forced him to buy, because the other ones that he had, well over a year. But he looks quite distinguished actually. Bugger. And he's got this new drift camera on his helmet. And he looks like something out of Transformers. And I've just been told I look like the Borg. The collective. Haha, the collective of two. The last time we were out together we went to Brackley. And we actually seen a bike that I was like able to get on and off quite easily. And we hemmed and hawed, and I said to Rick, if you want to get it, I'll back of you 100%. And we nearly did, but then we decided no, because there are a few other things that we need to do first. Like if Stinky, well I say if, when Stinky gets another bike, we will need a proper place to put it, like a proper shed. And we've seen the shed that we like, but oh no, we can't have a shed of £300. We have to have one at £1,000, because that's Stinky. But I suppose he knows what he's talking about. Sheds, I know what to put in them, and I know how to open them. Stinky's got this absolutely brilliant mind, where he can picture things that he wants to do and how they're meant to look when they're finished before he even starts. Me, my brain's just blank. I sort of do it and see how it's progressing, with no real actual plan. But Rick does have a plan, and usually it comes out alright, except for DIY. When Rick says to me, let's go to B&Q, my heart goes to my shoes, because I can't be doing with B&Q and these silly little men going in there measuring screws for a shelf that nobody's going to see. And when we go into B&Q, I don't mind so much if I know exactly what I'm going for. I can go for it, pick it up, and go and get it paid for and leave. When we do DIY, Stinky says, what do you want? And I'll say, I want the shelf there, I want this painted, I want that painted, I want the other painted. Right. Wouldn't you rather like this? Well, yeah, okay. But no, you don't like that, you want what you originally said. Well, there's nowhere to go from there, really, is there? 3 words from Stinky's gob that drives terror into my heart, especially DIY or when we're in B&Q. And the first one is theoretically. Theoretically we could do what you were saying, but blah 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 blah. The other one is technically. But the worst one of all is alternatively. Because when he says alternatively to me, I know the plan's gone to shit. Because he makes a plan, in the middle of it he changes the plan. But guess what, guys? He fucking forgets to tell me. When I hear the words alternatively, I wanna die. So Pixie being Pixie thought, well, I'll sort this fucker out. Right. What do you want? I don't mind. I'm giving you a blank canvas. You do it. And even then, he struggles. And it makes me laugh now. But really and truly, we should be getting this house done up. And everybody that comes around and say, oh, it's a work in progress. Yeah, for 7 years. But hey ho. However, I'm so proud of Rick. I really am. Because through the face of adversity for many, many years, he's always come out on top. He never realises that, but he does. All his achievements, he gets there in the end. Especially his personal ones. He makes me sick. And now with having this rheumatism, he hasn't quite accepted it and he's angry about it. But he's working through it. And it's a bit difficult for me too, because I don't know which way to roll with it. So I sort of wait for his cue. But I am glad that he got his pills sorted out now, and I'm hoping that he'll feel a wee bit better. And that made me laugh last night when we were looking at the medication and what the side effects would be. Mental health problems. Well, we're already there really, aren't we? Stinky's going to kill me. It's great getting away for a day, even though we've left the poor dog at home and he's pissed off because I am now going on the bike and he's not. He loves the bike, and our little Jack is a lovely little dog, but he's a bossy little bugger and he owns the house. And he makes me laugh because when we're both together in the house, he'll lie up beside Rick and he'll put his head on his chest and he'll cuddle into it, and then he'll look over at me to see if I'm looking at him, as if to make me jealous. But Rick can't do anything really, like bend down and tie his shoelaces or anything. The dog's in there licking his ears. He loves Rick's ears. To which the saying in our house, you're getting a bit of ear action, was created. So he's not very happy, so we're not going to be away too long today. We'll spend Sunday looking for other little dogs that we might think of getting as a wee friend for. But you have to be careful because we want one that's established but not older than Smudge, because Smudge has to be top dog really. And I really want another one in one way, and in another I don't, because I enjoy this very much, having two of them at home. If they were both the same temperament as Smudge is now, that would be fine. If it wasn't, if the new one had the temperament of Smudge when we first got him, where he ate an entire kitchen carpet, no, don't want to know. So it's a difficult decision. And Rick's just tapped my leg to say that we're overtaken, which is our communication system at the moment, and it works pretty well. I think Rick is secretly pleased that we're going out on the bike together so much now. Although in his words he doesn't want me to have a bad experience, if you like, so that I don't want to do it. So but I think once you get the bug, you're going to always have it. I just said to Stinky this morning, if I had 2 inches longer to my leg, I wouldn't have much trouble getting on the bike. But I didn't really have much trouble this morning, so I'm quite pleased with that. Hey, maybe I should film myself getting on and off the bike when it's stationary and give myself a bit of practice. Leicestershire is quite a lovely bit of countryside, really, but I don't like Leicester. I just came here for a reason. That reason's been fulfilled, so I feel I can move on somewhere else now. I came here from Northern Ireland with my daughters for the simple reason. There was 2 reasons. One was my daughter was ready to go to upper school, if you like, and the IRA put a bomb on the bike on the bus that she would have been going on, and that scared me. So I thought, I've got to do something. And the other thing was the ex-man decided he was going to take the kids to America, abduct them, if you like, and I really couldn't let that happen. So I decided to move to Leicester with my then partner, and I didn't tell anybody, none of my family, nobody. One day I was there and one day I was gone. So we arrived in Leicester, and both girls are really successful now. One's a solicitor, she's married and got my little Lexi granddaughter, and the other one is in a relationship, owns her own house, has a fabulous job, goes travelling, and I'm really proud of both of them. Which is a little bit of a regret there, because I'd loved to have had a child with Rick. But hey ho, that wasn't meant to happen. I think Rick would have made a good dad if we'd had a son. If we'd had a daughter, he'd been fucking awful. We went round our friend's house one time, who is a biker as well, for dinner. And quite a good cook as well. Nom 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 nom. Anyway, their daughter at the time was only about 10. And she brought her boyfriend round. And my Ricky loves Becky. So he said to this young lad, you better take care of her. You better look after her. And if you hurt her, blah 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 blah. And I don't want to hear any nonsense about you breaking up with her and breaking her heart and all this carry on. And the young lad never came back. And Becky said, don't let Uncle Ricky meet any more of my boyfriends. Well, she's 16 now, and she's a lovely young girl. So, and I think she's forgiven her Uncle Ricky. Because Ricky used to bring her to school on a school bus. And like, she used to get on the bus and she used to go, Uncle Ricky, and throw her arms around him. But as Rick said before, he has to be really, really careful. Because if other parents seen that and the way the world is today, people's minds go on overdrive. So Mum had to go up to the school and say, look, Rick's a very, very close personal friend of ours, and Ricky is like an uncle to Becky, and she treats him like an uncle, so if she gives him a cuddle, that's fine. So he got over that one. But then, when that went all right, all our friends wanted to cuddle as well, and Rick had to go, no, no, no. Oh, I think he had a bit of good news yesterday. When he took our baby bike down for the MOT and it passed it still through it, which is good. So we're keeping it for another while, but I think we will have it as well as another. Because with his limited time and that, he does keep it up together. And I suppose I should help him, but as far as I'm getting away with it, I'm keeping it up short. But no, I would help him if he needs it, and have done in the past. my driving instructor is not available for 3 weeks, so next month I'm going to do the whole shebang. Do my theory test, pay for me as many lessons as I can afford, just go and do it, because then I can go for a better job. But it would be nice if it was quite local, because if I can walk to it or go on the bus to it, that means in the winter time when it's ice on the road, Ricky can take the car to work. In many ways this is a great bit of freedom for me, because I say we work so many hours and we waste so many hours because of sleep and needing to have each other's space and trying to fit in a bit of family time with extended family, trying to fill in a bit of time with friends. And this has been a godsend, and I'm glad I like it so much. And I think Rick is secretly pleased. But sometimes I think he's thinking, oh, she wants to go tomorrow and I want to go on my own. But he's quite perfectly welcome to go on his own anytime he wants. He doesn't have to bring me with him all the time. But I really, really enjoy it. And he's such a good rider. Well, he's a good rider and driver. But I wouldn't get him to teach me how to drive, because I don't listen to Stinky and he gets frustrated. So it's better we don't have that scenario in our house. We have tried it, as you can imagine. It was not successful. And I just feel like, because I get so pressurized, and a lot of it I put on myself, I just snap at Rick. And if I woke up and smelled the coffee, he's the one with all the qualifications. He's the one that's professional driver for a living. Excuse me. So I really should take his advice. So it's better that we don't do that. Really good doing these vlogs, it makes you think of loads of things. There's a brat in the car there just faffing about. I can't believe next year Rick and I are married 10 years. Feels like 100. Nah. I think it's a good achievement though, because lots of my friends that got married, they're all divorced now, and I know that shit happens in life, but my life wouldn't be the same without Ricky. I wouldn't have to pick up all his clothes, clean up all his shit, listen to endless stories about him getting punched on the bus. Which is not funny really, but no. And I was saying to him, I want to go back to Jersey, and we went on a honeymoon when we're 10 years married. And maybe that's a bit too much pressure, but I would like to go back. And Rick makes promises to me, and I always just keep them in the back of my head, because he always keeps a promise. May not have it this week, may not have it even this year, but he always keeps his promises. And he looks at me with his heart and not his eyes, which is a good thing, because I've put on a little bit of weight after being off for 6 months. And before I met Rick, I was told by a psychic that I would meet somebody. Well, not in those words. What she told me was I needed to go to Dorset. I didn't even know where Dorset was. And she was saying to me that it was very magical and spiritual for you. Do you ever go to the sea? She said to me. I said, yeah, I'll go to Skeggy. Oh, no, she said, I mean Dorset, near Serenabus. Straight over my head. The next morning after I had went to see her, I was talking to my sister-in-law on the internet. She lives in South Carolina. And I just said, guess where I went last night? Went to see, got my tarot cards read. So I was telling her all about it. And because I was using a program called ICQ, I was also like put in find a friend. And this name kept coming up, no matter what I went into. So men seeking women, friendship, romance, men seeking men, women seeking women, blah blah blah. This name kept coming up. And in the end I thought, oh fuck it. And I went in and said, hi, how are you today? And the person replied back, I'm fine, I've just finished work, how are you? Had another bit of like small talk and then said to me, where are you from? And I said, oh, I live in the Midlands, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Dorset. And I said, what part of Dorset? Oh, he said, near Blandford, Sarah Navis. I nearly fell off the chair. So, of course, we stuck up the friendship, was chatting and talking for over a year. And then he came up to meet me. We had a fabulous week. First word he said to me when he seen me was, ain't you small? My first word to him was, flippin' hell, ain't you tall? And that was the story of Stinky and Pixie. But Rick calls me Pixie, he couldn't spell leprechaun. But I didn't tell him till nearly a year after we got together what this psychic had said. Economic climate does your head in. And now let me tell you, they've banned menthol tobacco, and that's what I smoke, menthol cigarettes, the bastards. And now they're going to charge like astronomical amounts of money for e-cigarettes because they are a medical thing. So they're going to have to go and be tested by the medical companies. And oh, what a load of fucking shit. God, there's so much fucking shit going on in the world. They have to ban fucking menthol tobacco. Fucking mental bastards.